start by removing this trim piece right near where this handle is. There's a little slit in here. You can stick a screwdriver in. Pop it out. Take a drill 10 millimeter bolt in here. Remove the panel. There's just some pop pins around here. Pull those out. So pull it down and then slide forward. Remove any of these wiring harnesses. Remove this bracket. Give you access to this pocket. Just pull this piece of plastic off. If you have a heat gun or something to reheat this when you reapply it, it should stick either way. You don't have to pull it off all the way. Like this should be enough right here. These 10 mil nuts right here. And then there's one up there and one over here. You're gonna have to use a wrench to get those. So make sure you take the 10 mil nuts off of the lock. That pulls out. And then remove the connector here and just push that up through the hole, like so. 4Runner. So run the fish tape through here, out this handle, connect the hose, and then pull it out here. This is gonna be your first step. And then we're gonna take it and run it back into here, over to this hole here, where you'll attach to the existing line. Here, bring it over here, and pull it out. Next, we're gonna cut the OEM line like this. Put your T-fitting in line like that. And then connect our hose like this. Good? All right. Use a center punch to make a hole. We're gonna drill a hole here to feed the hose through. This whole area is covered by that trim piece, so there will be no water getting in. You could try fitting it through one of these holes with the rubber grommet, but it's easier just to drill here. And then we use a little nail polish to seal it up. We'll show you how to do that. Once you get the hose run through here, cut it, insert your check valve with the arrow facing in the point of flow. Want to zip tie off to a couple points like this, just so it doesn't hang down when the window's going up and down. And then run it through the hole that you've put in the metal there. All right, so next, we got the hole drilled, the hose ran through. We're gonna prep the camera housing now for the sprayer. So we're gonna take an alcohol pad, which you'll find in your kit, clean the bottom of that, make sure that's clean, nice and good. Piece of sandpaper in your kit, just scuff up the bottom. And then for extra measure, if you want to take a razor blade and just score the bottom a little bit. This is what the sprayer is really going to adhere to when you use the 2-part epoxy. I like to cross hatch it like so. The rougher you make this, the better. So you're going to want to do the same thing to your nozzle. Take a little piece of sandpaper, just score it up a little bit. Again, you want the 2-part epoxy to adhere properly. You don't have to use this, but it definitely helps. Just take a razor blade, cross hatch it a little bit, squeeze the 2-part epoxy out of here, all of it. Take your popsicle stick that comes in the pack and mix it up really well. If you don't mix it all the way, it will not harden and the nozzle will just slide around. So you want to make sure it's mixed super well. And then once it starts getting a little tacky, like this is still pretty wet, once it starts getting tacky, you're going to want to put it on the nozzle and stick it on the camera housing. So we'll show you how to do that. Put it on the stick, put it on your nozzle, spread it around. Make sure you don't get it up near the orifice, otherwise it will not work. Once you've put the nozzle on the camera housing, make sure you've spread it around a little bit so there's good adherence. And then you're gonna want to let this sit for 45 minutes at least before you put any type of fluid on it or before you spray it. Once you have a mark here using the template provided in your kit, drill a 5/16 hole because that's where we're gonna route the hose after it's attached to the nozzle. Feed the hose through the hole that you just made and then put this trim piece back on. Just set it into place and then work from the other side getting the nuts put back on. You can do, reconnect this wiring harness and pull that grommet back down into place like that. The locking mechanism. Just reapply this. Should have plenty of life still in it, so it should seal on its own. If it doesn't, you're just gonna have to get some adhesive and just reapply it, but it should be able to do this. Start by bringing it up so you can tuck it in up here. Reinsert your latch